The last film I'm reviewing this week is yet another drony, uninspired teen movie with no substance, redeeming value, laughs, entertainment, good acting, clever dialogue, likable characters, or any of the elements that would make a teen movie even remotely good. It's called I Love You Beth Cooper, and it stars Hayden Panettiere as the popular and good-looking Beth Cooper, who's the object of the valedictorian slash nerd's affection. And during graduation, he admits that, and he says the very five words that are the title of this film, and we are on our way. Now, alongside from having the cliche, every cliche in the world, I'll describe some of the other elements of this film. The nerd is named Dennis. He's played by Paul Russ, and he's really just a walking, talking cliche here. But the proclamation has struck an interest in Beth, and she now promises the night of his life the next day when she shows up at his door because she considers what he did to be cute. Now, that setup there actually made things look a little more promising after a slow beginning of the film, thinking, okay, maybe this will pick up. No, it didn't at all. I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen, and I kept thinking it's going to happen, and the movie was over before I knew it. Like, it just went by like that. There's just absolutely nothing in this film. Nothing. This isn't one of those awful teen films along the lines of something like maybe Miss March. This is just a film where there's just nothing. Completely nothing. And creates situations like that would work better in a sitcom, like on an episode of Saved by the Bell or Student Bodies or dare I say City Guys. But I mean, like Paul Russ, he's not a terrible actor by any means, but he just can't show any of his talent if he has any. I really don't know because his character really doesn't give him a chance to do that. Doesn't really give him a chance to bring it out. Panettiere is good on the hit TV series Heroes, and she was a good child star in films like Remember the Titans, and now that she's older, I can see her being a Jennifer Aniston type actress who lights up the screen with her beauty and takes on roles that fit the dynamic of her personality as a person, but brings them new life as well. Just the other night, I was actually watching a teen film called 10 Things I Hate About You, which came out about 10 years ago. It was with Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger. And I laughed watching that film every bit as I did 10 years ago because it created very live and fun characters that had a story that was built from an old one and brought it to modern culture, and they really gave it some heart. Even about a month ago, as I watched American Pie 2 with my cousin, I still found myself laughing hysterically, even though I knew exactly, and I mean exactly, like I knew the exact lines that were coming, but I was still laughing. That's the element of how a movie stands the test of time. I'm not getting old. These movies are just getting worse. That's all it is. And this film could have even been passable had it just made me laugh with like some dialogue. Even in the era of films like 10 Things I Hate About You or the American Pie films or even Harold and Kumar, there were some pretty crappy teen films in that era, but some of them still made me laugh out loud, like Girl Next Door, which would have been teetering on awful under normal circumstances, and I sometimes even agree with what a lot of critics said about it, but I still found myself laughing a lot because I found some of the stuff in that film to be very funny. And sometimes that's all I ask for, but this is just another way for filmmakers to just try to cash in on something, and in this case, it's Panettiere's popularity among males, but after looking at the box office grosses this weekend, it looks like teenagers are probably smarter than I'm giving them credit for. This gets the big fat 0.